Oops, mic was off. Alright, everybody. Today we are starting with the Arlecchino story quest. We are going to find out everything about her past, possibly. And yeah, we will see just how hard or maybe easy her weekly boss is. That's the most interesting and the most anticipated part of the quest, definitely. So, yeah, the new event just came up, but we don't care about the event, we only care about the story quest, and we are going to unlock it. Accept the quest and collect the key because I forget every single time about that. No, I finished absolutely everything, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, we are going down with Navia? I mean, in her part, right? Yeah.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Why is Lini down here? Autoplay, please. Yes. It seems that everything is working
Over here.
fine. So, yeah. Lini, it's been too long. How long? Maybe 2 months? Or maybe not even that much.
To borrow one of the more
Welcome,
popular
Naruto.
turns of phrase at the moment.
Well,
this appears to
finally
be
one
quite the
good
fated
story
reunion.
quest, and I said that
Running into you
Arlecchino
two out of the blue
should
like
be
this
the
has
good
really
one,
made my
so
day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
kinda expected,
You can
right?
say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
Poisson.
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh,
Are Lynette and Fremine here too?
they must be, right?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well,
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death.
that reaction should have come much
Father,
faster,
you're
thank
here.
you. Yes, she's here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential.
And
House of the
Naruto,
Hearts,
how was the
right?
fight with
We
the
totally
weekly
weren't
boss
trying to
Arlecchino?
hide anything.
Is it hard?
No need to be nervous.
My friend
I
said
could
that
sense
it
your
is
genuine
hard and that
concern
he
from
saw
your
the
conversation
videos,
just now.
everyone telling
Of
that
course, I can also understand your
it is
confusion.
kinda a
Sending
little
so
bit
many
harder than
Fatui here to
usual.
Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we are a little curious. We still have our reservations about your organization. Do we?
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
Well,
As for
your
the issue at
Arlecchino
hand,
is much better than
It hardly
mine.
relates to any ulterior
I didn't
motive.
get a single
To be
piece
frank,
with
it
double
all
crit.
stems from a certain rumor circulating around the
Gladiator.
house.
No, I'm farming for
It's
the
an
new set,
internal
and I
matter.
still don't have a
What
single
sort of
crit roll.
Rumor.
Rumor that a
So
certain
terrible,
phantom
terrible, definitely.
child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Oh. Some sort of the ghost story, maybe? Nope. I feel like I'm getting chills already. Yeah, Phantom Child. The cursed place.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the
Yes,
situation.
Gladiator is good, but
It
this
shouldn't be
set
much trouble at
should
all.
be
If you're
better.
curious, or if you
We
still
should
have some
check out some
concerns, it might be
videos
advisable
about
to stick around for a few days.
testing
I'm sure
those
the
two
children would be
with
exceedingly
exactly the same
pleased to welcome
stats.
some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to
well,
attend to.
Of course, Father.
I don't know how you want to play her, but you can definitely play her Mono Pyro. It's working perfectly as well. So you can go Bennett, Jungling and Kazuha. It's going to work. You can put Bennett, Xingqiu and Sucrose if you don't have Kazuha. If you have Kazuha, then you can put Kazuha instead of Sucrose. And if you even have Yelan, you can put Bennett, Xingqiu and Yelan, and then definitely you will vaporize every single time. So it's just a matter of who are you willing to use in the team. You can even put Ganyu and do some melts. So yeah. There's many teams that you can
We don't have
combine.
anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Yes.
During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We
Welcome,
bring quite the
Takato. Nice to
bounty
see
every
you.
day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Don't do it like that, Takato. No. Come on, her story quests. I mean, I was expecting that it is going to be good, and Naruto is saying that it is in the end. So, I mean, anyways, we need to do it because of the weekly boss. So yeah. Breaking
We
the
rented this house
table.
from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Oh, yeah, level 70, not good
So,
artifacts.
where are we
I
off
get
to
it, I
now?
get it.
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with.
Also, guys, I tried to
There are
get
all sorts of
C1
rumors
because
about your
C1 is
organization
bringing
floating around
damage
out there.
by
Paimon's not sure. It should
30%
even take a
up.
wild guess as to what's true
So
and
the
what's not.
C1 is
But now that we
amazing,
finally have the chance to
definitely,
see a
and you
day
will
in the
not
life
get
of the house,
interrupted
we can take a good
while
look at how you
while
operate.
attacking. So
Well, you're
C1
more
is
than welcome
amazing
to come
actually.
along. Just follow me.
Why is not Zhongli on the rerun? Well, that's a good question. He wasn't for a long time, right? He wasn't for a long time. Oh, we have stairs over here. I mean, not stairs, just a path. He wasn't for a long time on the rerun. He was... Was he before Fontaine or just as the Fontaine came out?
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Me?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Yes.
No way!
Yes.
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Anyways, I didn't get C1 because, hey, how would I even get it? I had only 30 pulls and I was
One at a
like, hey, if
time,
I get
please.
early then
Don't crowd around all
fine,
at
but
once.
I
We
didn't
don't
get
want
it.
to scare off our guests now, do we?
3.7, well that was a long time
I
ago.
say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Maybe in 5.0 we get the rerun, who knows.
So much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very
My
curious
name.
about you.
I
Davor.
heard the Traveler is so strong
D-A-V-O-R.
that he can move a mountain with his bare hands. I heard Paimon eats so much that she can
And
clean out
because of the
entire
language,
pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days.
maybe you can say R.
That's the rumor
I
you
mean
heard about
R.
Paimon?
We say
Oh,
R.
not cool at
So
all.
yeah, a little bit different maybe. No, I'm not that, how to say it. It's fine if you know, I mean, why not? Yes, correct. Mine's also a bit of a stretch. Rumor about Paimon. What rumor about Paimon?
Oh wait, when guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
You wrote it
Oh, we
correctly.
don't need something like that. Besides,
It's
we
just
haven't done anything to
matter
get you.
if you can say it.
Come on, we insist. I
Maybe
can
a
give
little
you
bit
some
hard
remedy
because of the
potions.
letter, you know.
Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or
Naruto,
actual
I
poison.
wish
I
Paimon
get both.
never says that again. Please,
Or
don't make her
maybe
say
Shaplo
it
can
again.
teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Yeah, I've never been
Ah,
caught.
That's not a bad idea. I know
Oh,
you
this guy,
usually
not
prefer
me.
to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was
You would
poisoned
know.
not too
You
long
don't
ago,
even look
and I'm
like
still
you're
dealing with the
fighting.
after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
You?
Oh, wait. When you said
Excuse me.
I didn't think you meant poison.
I defeated 2 gods already.
But
And you are
those
going
the
to
best
give me
things
some
we can give you. You don't
points
like
about the fight.
them? Ooh,
Huh.
how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Oh, interesting.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for
Yeah,
now.
the
When it comes
easiest
to being
and the
a good
stupidest.
host, it's the thought that counts.
Definitely.
You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact,
Who even
pestering them with
introduce
suggestion after suggestion
themselves
might make them
like
more
that?
annoyed than anything.
I mean, come
I
on.
would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
Absolutely, we definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well,
Okay.
we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
See you.
Bye!
Yeah, only Paimon is introducing herself like that.
Scared
I don't
you,
even
did it?
know why they
That
did
kind
it
of
like
talk
that.
comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Just out of curiosity.
They could have done
He
it
was
like,
labeled a dangerous
I am
problem
Paimon
child
and
was
he
abandoned
is
by his family.
Traveler.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with
We are
potions.
Partners.
Father has forbidden her from
I
trying
mean,
all the different concoctions she comes up
isn't
with.
that
but she
better?
still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chapleau is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just
3D
trying to share the
person.
best of what they could offer, that's all.
What do you mean by that? Okay. You could have done the animation. I mean, until the quest is done, you could have just made the animation like we are continuing our walk, and that's
Billy-o,
it.
supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Ah, allow me to introduce you.
Outsiders.
This is the Traveler
Again.
and Paimon.
Oh,
You
the
see the
famous
normal
duo I've been hearing
introduction,
so much
not the
about.
Paimons.
it's nice to meet you. I
Third
heard
person.
You traveled
Oh.
to all sorts of places.
Yeah,
Is that
Paimon is
true?
strange, definitely.
We're making our way all across to that.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think
The
it's
best
called...
anime, in my
The 4,000
opinion,
Thieves?
The Avatar.
This is the first we've heard of it.
Definitely, that's my favorite.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
My favorite.
From what I've been able
And
to
then
tell from
maybe
the posters,
Witcher
anyway.
ones,
You should definitely check it out if you
together
have the time.
with the
Oh,
game
there's
and the
blind
story
maiden, too.
in the
That one is
game
supposed to have
and the
audience
story in
interaction.
the
Seems
series,
pretty interesting.
together with the anime, because everything is connected.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Normal members.
Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough,
Carry
Filio.
out the plan.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right?
Well, yes.
Whatever. Let's go.
She seems frustrated
goodbye
by
then.
others.
If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Well, maybe. Just maybe. I didn't watch
Well,
any of the
that's it for the
cutscenes.
supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other.
How does it
Seems like
feel?
there could be something more going on here.
Well, it feels tiring because you spend so much time listening to it, and then after you take off the headset, you're just like, finally. Or when it comes to this quest, when you get to the final battle, then you're just, we waited for this all this time. Yes, the avatar, like the cartoon, the anime, however you want to call it, that's one of the favorite ones for me, definitely. I mean, it does have kinda long story, and they on the Netflix just started to make the real person story for the avatar, so yeah. How does it feel? No, not that one. More fun if I didn't do it. What? Oh, this for the spoilers. Yes. I didn't watch any. We should observe for now. It's better not to pry.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all.
Yep.
Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Okay. And Linny super far away, and we just need to jump from here. I mean, this shouldn't be the path that we need to take, but hey.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
They've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and
Yes,
independent.
Staccato, that one.
So if there's one thing we've got,
But
it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
say the
Well, I
full
should
name
probably
of
get
the
cooking.
of the
Wanna
movie
join?
or anime.
Of course.
Then
I
let's
usually
head out.
just cut it out.
Huh? Fremine, what are you doing here?
He's looking at the box.
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again.
oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth.
Yes.
Welcome.
Are you
We were just going to
sleeping
make
or
some
what?
food.
Come
Why
on.
don't you come along? I could use
Cheer
some help
up a
in the
little
kitchen,
bit.
and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water. Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know, and...
And?
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Paimon said that, and she's putting her nose into absolutely everything. This is a little bit strange. It's the first one.
Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
And you didn't give them space, although you said that you will. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what Fremine is hiding from absolutely everyone. Why is he so concerned?
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Oh.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
Clairvy?
It's
Okay.
nice to meet you.
I mean, interesting name.
Does
Never
that name
heard
ring
it,
any bells,
definitely.
Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for.
Maybe.
From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone.
Well, you can
I've
give
just
your
been
opinion about the
keeping
quest,
her
but
hidden.
don't spoiler anything.
For how long?
About half a month
I
now.
don't even remember
So
her
ever
from
since we
the
got to
trailer,
Poisson,
so...
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I watched
I
the
know what I'm
cutscene,
doing.
the 7-minute one
Really?
that they
'Cause from
made
where I'm standing, it
about
looks like you're hiding the
the
very person Father has been
Arlecchino,
trying to
but
find.
hey, I even
If Father
forgot
finds
already
out
about
this,
everything.
everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save
The
him.
small review, well, definitely
my
write it
eyes.
if you
I
think
couldn't find
that
the
is
source
going
of the
to...
voice. I thought
I mean,
maybe
it's
I
not
was
going to
just hearing
benefit,
things.
but hey.
But I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life.
Oh wow.
That feeling of being haunted,
Why?
of hearing voices.
You shouldn't say
happened many
that!
times in the house
Now
of
I
the
know
Hearth.
what happened.
I'm sure you've noticed.
Although
So
it's
what
going
you're
to be a
saying
surprise
is
because
that was
possibly I will
her?
not know
She was
the
the one who
exact
spoke to you that
moment.
night?
Unless there are other
Yes,
spirits roaming around the
that was
House of the Hearth,
amazing.
I don't think
And
there's
maybe
any other
they are
possibility.
working on the anime that
Clairvy
they
were
said
our
that they
enemy,
will
It
release.
wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or
But,
an actual child.
you know, it's taking a
I
little
would've
bit more
acted without a
time,
second thought,
and now they
because
put
that's what
out
Father ordered
one
us to do.
part of the
She's
anime.
been living with us,
Because I guess that
helping us from the
absolutely
shadows
every
all this
single
time.
character is going to get
I
their
think
story
that makes her family.
inside the anime
I couldn't just
and
hand her
have
over
their
to be dealt with.
fights. So
Not
yeah,
when there's so much we still don't know.
another useless story quest. Great.
So what's your plan then?
I hope that that's
You
going
can't keep her
to
here
be a
forever.
little bit
Someone is
different
bound
when
to find out
Natlan comes
eventually.
out. Because
I
Natlan should
haven't
be
thought that far yet.
quite different and
I
maybe
don't
even
want to
more
disobey an order
interesting.
from Father,
part of
I
the
also don't want to
Teyvat
put
that
Clarvey in danger.
I mean, it
Come with me.
should have the
There are a couple things I'd like
volcano
to
and
say to you in
everything, so
private.
it should be a little bit more interesting, maybe more adventurous, and they are all the time into some random fights with each other, so it should definitely be
Those
much
two sure care
better,
a
I
lot about
hope.
each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was
Yeah,
going,
you
it
hate
just
her
seemed
then.
like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
That's what I was going
No
to say
way.
as
We have a
well.
really deep bond. I could tell right away.
Traveler,
because
so
I
weak
also
in
have
this
a friend
quest.
like that.
What?
I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
Doesn't use element in the fight. Maybe he didn't want to fight, so it was a little bit hard for him to use anything against Arlecchino. I don't know. What do you mean?
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Oh,
Sorry, Liddy. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I,
Darkness
for one, wish you
lies
did.
in the house of heart.
What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Liddy,
Okay.
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life.
I'm a little bit
No
sad
one can
that the
replace you.
Traveler is
So I
kinda
won't
getting
let you face
help all the
anything
time,
alone.
but seems like too much
Not
help,
if I can help it.
because everyone
Oh, looks like things
does
are getting
absolutely
kinda heated
everything
between
for
Lenny
him, and
Fremine.
then he
Maybe we
uses
should
all
go
of
check
that
on
to
them.
win in the fights. Although we defeated absolutely everyone, still, you know, it's kinda sad that we are getting that
Hope we
much
aren't
help
interrupting anything.
and not being
Like a
able to
fight,
defeat
or-
anyone
Oh,
without
wait
it.
a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's
Yeah.
just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
True.
In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes having guests around can come in handy. Yes.
What are
Also
you getting
true.
at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly. I think it'll be better if we stick around.
I just...
Well, yeah, I don't know why Traveler is not using his power, you know.
I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you.
He used
I know
even
things
Geo
could turn
against the
dangerous,
child,
so
right? When he
I promise
broke
you
down
this.
the ceiling.
From
Is
now
that
on,
correct? I
I'll
don't
protect you
remember
like my
actually.
life depends on it.
Me too.
I forget those
Well,
little things.
Back to the matter at hand then.
But I think that he
If
did
we don't plan on handing
discover
Clarvey
the
over to
Geo
Father,
power
then our
against
only
the
other
child.
option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I mean,
I don't know
yeah,
much about
he's
You
using
two
the
have any
power when he
ideas?
needs,
Let's see here.
but honestly, he can
I
use much
kinda
more.
remembers hearing something like,
And I hope that
if
we
you
will get
fulfill a
the
spirit's last wish
button for
before they
switching
die,
elements,
they'll let go of
so we
whatever's
could
keeping
just
them here
rapidly
and
go
return to the ley lines.
all the
It's
skills
just
and
that Pine
bursts
doesn't really
and
remember where
everything.
she heard that, so
We will
it's
see.
not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well,
Until we
sounds like it's
end
worth a
with
shot.
the Snezhnaya, I think
Guess
that
that means we should go
Traveler
ask
is
her about her
not going
wish.
to be good. And
First,
when we
Fremen,
finish with it,
I need you to promise
then
me something.
I'm sure that we will
What is
get
it?
something interesting
I
about the
need you to
Traveler
promise me
and that
this
we
will
will
stay
unlock
between the two
some
of us.
possibly other
We're the
boosts, who
masterminds
knows.
behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved.
I hope,
Can you do
because
that
we
for me?
need it. Honestly, we
course.
need it.
I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Well, yeah, that is the point, but hey.
Whoa!
You scared me!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
She was here all the time.
You're an idiot, brother.
Oh!
And you too, Fremine.
Yes.
You 3, Traveler. And you 4.
Why me?
Wait, what did we do?
Yes, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her.
I
heard you
wasn't.
talking
Why
about
am I
your plan.
idiot?
Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk
Yeah,
to
like the
Clairvy,
ghost
we'll
was
figure
funny
out
for
our next
real,
move.
yes.
There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Alright, and you could have just done the animation that we walked back to her, or just the black screen and then this scene
Thank you for bringing
starts.
me this food, you
Why
guys.
do I need to
She
walk
said
for
she's
30
full,
meters?
but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, that's a spirit she can't actually eat.
That's
Okay.
right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The Knave
should be.
brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge. They're not as nice as they look.
Oh!
They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects.
Test subjects?
Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster.
What?
Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Wait.
Does that mean the Knave... She...
Wait a second. Does that mean that Arlecchino doesn't want to be what she is anymore, and that test subjects are just other kids and people that she thinks they could possibly take her down like she did with the mother? Is that the thing? Because she got already full of this crap already about the harbingers and everything. She doesn't care about the harbingers, right? I don't know. Traveler never has the power to go against Raiden or Arlecchino, and also remember the Raiden he thought was without gnosis. I mean, yes, that's all true, but when we get all 7 elements and possibly even unlock our final element, the true Traveler's element that we had in the beginning of the game, the first cutscene, maybe then we are going to be the strongest one? Yeah, the god level, they say, yes.
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But
yeah, I hope that when he gets all the elements and his true power that he's going to take everyone down. And I'm interested in the Fatuin number 1, the Piero, right? Piero should be the number 1.
Wish?
I'm interested in how strong he is going to be.
It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
to go outside, where the sun can find me.
Okay.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Yes.
No one can get out alive.
Yeah, it cannot be that simple because of that.
Time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about.
It's
and see
boring. Really?
Frenemy, you stay in Poisson.
Genshin book is
can't
boring.
Be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy.
I thought that I will take my time and read it. But if you say that it is boring, maybe I will not go and take it.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
Interesting.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
We are already too deep into this.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Okay.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
How should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father
Magic
suspects something,
bird.
all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, Just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Okay. Fair enough. Lini is a nice... Definitely a nice person. Our favorite magician and the only one. Almost the only one. Well, be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
I think I should try. Well, I mean, in the game, the lore is...
I really hope this goes
well.
well.
It is good. It is good.
No, it has to go well.
It's not,
That's
you
the
know,
only way
great,
this can get
amazing
resolved.
story. But you have so many little things and it is really good. So... I thought that the book is definitely going to be good because you will have so much more in the book than you have in these cutscenes and, you know, everything. Yeah, we are doing it for fun because it is because it is the game. My tongue is already slipping. And we just started. Imagine just what is going to be when we get to the end of the story. I'm talking too much, right? I should stop talking. Tartaglia!
It's the Knave and child.
Yeah!
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Well, he's done
it's
it.
you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
I understand it, Takato.
Okay, so have you found
And
any
it's not because of the developer, it's
Unfortunately,
because of
no.
the others
While
who
the House
play
of
the
the Hearth
game
is
that
adept at
it
collecting all
has
manner of
become like that.
intelligence, certain
I think.
existences
Honestly, only
can
people
still
who
manage to
play it
escape
make it like
our
that.
purview.
Not the developer.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I
Okay,
just
so
need to
everything
become
is connected
stronger, and
because
then-
you don't like how the game is going. Okay.
I
Fine.
think she should focus on
Fine.
getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the
We
House of
should
the Hearth.
watch Overflow.
Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Yes, I will show you
Project
how
Studio?
to use her.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's
I
not
heard the
that
brain
hard,
was involved, too.
honestly.
I'm not
First
looking
time
forward
you
to
do
having to
it,
listen to
it's
all
not
his
going to be
monologue,
hard
that's
after
for
that.
sure. Hey,
It's
maybe
quite
you could
easy
think
in
of a
the
way
end.
for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
This is
One I could do
kinda
without, I'd say.
roasting Tsaritsa and Piero and everyone.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash talking their colleagues behind their backs. Yes, I just said it. I just said it.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Come on.
We just...
wanted to learn more about you because we are interested in
Close
you.
to Linny and the
Not in
others,
that
but
way, but
we still
hey!
don't know much about you.
Why did
Is
you
that so?
repeat what I
Introductions
said?
have already been made, have they not?
Yes.
Well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
Yeah, for
Good
example.
question. I'd also like to know.
Ah!
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Come on.
If there's nothing else,
Give
I
me a
think I'll
break
take
from
my
the
leave.
politics.
I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Lini and... Okay. Clairvy, if I remember it correctly. About the House of Heart, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you?
Ooh.
At least, that's what I heard.
Oh, when she defeated the mother.
Okay, I admit.
I think
That's
that
just what the old man told
those two were the same.
rooster, I
If
mean.
she's having test subjects, it means that she's trying to someone more
Wait,
worthy for
did
her
you really
place,
Do something bad to those kids?
and
Never mind what
mother
I've done. I'm more
actually
curious
was
as
doing
to
the
what mighty
same,
rooster
and then
had
the
to say.
Knave
to
defeated
enlighten me?
her.
Ah, well, nothing much.
Oh.
Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and
Am
even
I
going
even
so far to attack your own
Taking
family.
it correctly? I mean, I'm just getting the feeling that that's
Oh,
the
Based on your reaction,
correct.
I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly.
I'm not sure.
I don't appreciate his particular
not
turn of
sure.
phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet.
Okay.
Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for
Old
example,
man
and people
roaster.
will assume
I
all
don't
sorts
know.
of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
I don't know.
You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming
Oh.
that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow
You see
Fontanian
why I was
of having
confused?
any
Because she
ulterior
said
motive.
that she was from
Who
Fontaine,
wouldn't want to save
although
their
she
homeland
is not.
after all? The primordial
She said
sea
it.
wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
It did kind of. Yeah, we didn't learn about her betrayal,
So, you
but
stayed in
because
Fontaine for
of
the
the
kids.
animated
I guess I was
video,
wrong
we
to
know
believe you
everything
betrayed them.
about that.
Apologies.
They
Looks
should
like I
have
was holding on to
released
some
it.
prejudices myself.
Good.
I mean,
Like I said,
when
I
it's
like it when others
when we
have
talk about
misconceptions
the
of me.
pulling for
Actually,
Arlecchino,
while I
it was
recuperating
perfect
at the
time.
House of the Hearth,
But when we are talking
was
about
something
the
else that really
story
caught
of
my
the
attention.
Arlecchino,
I heard that members always resolve disputes
well,
and arguments with a
then
friendly spar.
um, then
the
they
loser has
did
to
it
back
too
down.
early.
Seems pretty cool if you ask me.
First
Would also give them
Harbinger,
plenty of
yes.
opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development.
She
In the
was
past, such
roasting
spars weren't nearly
Tsaritsa
so
and the first Harbinger.
friendly.
Did I say it
Losing would
incorrectly?
lose everything.
I mean, I'm sorry if I said it incorrectly, or I
was
said it
that
too
high
fast,
stakes?
so you didn't understand
At
it
least that's
well.
not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not
Is
half
the
bad.
sound of the
I'm
game
a bit
too
jealous,
loud?
actually.
I want to
You've
know
got so many
that.
family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means
I mean,
dealing with a
between
considerable
me
amount of
talking
bickering
and the
scheming.
sound of game,
Once
is
Tonya
it
and Tusser enter their
okay
rebellious
or
ways,
is it
I'm
too
sure you'll
loud?
understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
42 different colors?
Okay, okay. I get the picture.
Why? Why would anyone do it like that?
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each
They
other,
were
we
roasting,
should definitely try and find some time to spar.
trash talking about the first Harbinger and Tsaritsa. But it wasn't just the first Harbinger, it was the whole Harbinger house.
All right.
So,
Well,
about
thanks for
everyone.
everything, Arlecchino.
They were just joking
No thanks
around.
necessary. You also play
about
a part
them.
in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather
Paimon,
enjoying
you are
the
not good
evening
at that.
breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about.
Well,
Apologies
go on.
for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Kick child
keep her
into the
distracted until
water.
nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't
Yup.
think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Yeah, if you're correct about that, Takato, if they all are following Tsaritsa, how strong is she if the Arlecchino should be the god level of strength? And we still have 3 more Harbingers in front of the
Well,
Arlecchino.
Long
Just
story
how
short,
strong
we
is
ran into
Tsaritsa
a
then?
small issue.
Definitely.
Claire,
And
we
this
can't go
Kirk,
into the
who knows
sunlight.
how strong is she and her boss. Just imagine all of that. I mean, Kirk maybe do not ever come out, or maybe she will because they showed her. I don't know. Long story short, blah blah blah, small issues, can't go into sunlight, blah blah blah. What do you mean? What's
Everything
wrong?
was
What
fine at
happened?
first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
And?
But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
Okay, Takato, see you next
I
time.
turned around and there
Unfortunately,
she
you
was,
couldn't
standing at the edge
stay
of the shadows,
until the end of the
silently watching
story,
me.
but it is what it is.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on not corporeal being.
Oh, true.
You could just have said
I pretty much
ghost.
tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with
And
you,
what
Annette?
if the sun was going
I've got the
up?
list. It's right
And then
there.
she was standing in the one place and the sunlight was coming to her. Would that work?
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through
Thank
it
you,
all.
Takato.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambert, Aurere.
Oh god, how can you even pronounce those names? And what do I do with them?
That Aurere guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Why?
Did he say anything else?
Scars
Well,
are
I asked if there was
sometimes
someone he was
sexy.
interested in. He said no, and
Sometimes.
that's where our conversation ended. It was only
I
later
didn't
that I
even
learned
look at
he
the
really
picture,
did
so
have someone he
I
liked.
don't even know.
He risked everything to
How does
escape
it
so he
look?
could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Ooh, the fight
Wait, so that
test
means
subject.
the
I
Knave,
told you.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly.
Oh,
We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
oh wow. Wow.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremen,
She
were
bought
you able to
the
find anything out?
water from Shneznaya. She was buying water.
Fremine,
Only Nevelet can
Sorry.
taste
I was
different
thinking about
flavors of water.
I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't
Kinda
help but
strange.
notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little strange.
Strange.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
that's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
Oh, she gave
Certain
water
members
to
get older and
Nevelet.
realize they want something else for themselves.
Okay.
But
That makes
considering
sense.
the rules of
That
the house,
makes sense.
most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
Oh.
Think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be
Interesting.
surprised if she said something to them about
The darkness in the house.
and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't
Looks like a bribe.
Whoa.
Come
Hold on a
on.
second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the
Giving
second time
chocolate
it's
to
come up
someone isn't
it?
bribing.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either.
shouldn't be.
I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together.
Yeah, the cheapest bribe
Apparently,
ever
it has
seen.
to do with the Fatui's strategic
Definitely.
plan for the future.
Can I?
Because
Okay,
the
I
House
think
of the
that I
Hearth
have
was so
enough
successful in obtaining the
space.
Gnosis,
No.
we now have the honor of playing a
It's a
key
little
role
bit
in Project
further away
Stusha.
now when I
Wait, but isn't that a good...
got a good
Key
stretch
role is
in the
just another way
chair.
of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
So it's all going to be bad really soon.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Okay.
Lynette, you stick with me
Is
this
this
time.
the end of the second part
Frenemy,
of the
keep
quest?
a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
Is there 5 parts of the quest?
Good work today, everyone.
Because it's 2.5
Have a good night,
hours.
and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh! It's not the end.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
Like always, I'm also afraid of her. You can just hide. You can just hide behind me.
Trust is effort, Traveler. Look! Look over there!
Yeah, Clairvy. What's she doing over there?
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
Yup. It's kind of funny when I have Arlecchino and I'm following her with Arlecchino, but Arlecchino must not ever find out anything about her.
Over there!
So it's kind of funny when I'm using her like that. She just disappears like that and you show me where she went. Kinda strange. I don't feel
where
like
is
I'm
she
following
going?
her.
Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
Oh, she's trying on her own to get out. Oh. And no stamina.
Oh, look! She stopped!
And how do you know that she stopped? Maybe she will start walking again.
Clairvy! I opened the window.
Maybe
when no
they
one was
even do.
looking.
You know that they
Look how
copied
pretty
the
the
complete
outside is.
designs from one to another character, so it wouldn't actually be a new surprise that they done it with the, you know, Lynette and Lumine. Window, there's nothing.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
Maybe?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Why?
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor.
No, they are not
experimented
the
on,
same
and
character
given a fate
model,
worse than death.
because
I've seen it happen
Eula
again
is
and
much
again.
wider than
I've had enough.
Arlecchino.
You're
The
saying
complete body
the
is
Knave did
wider,
all
not
that?
just the the parts.
It's just that doesn't
So
seem like
it's
something
not
she
the
would
same.
do.
Maybe the
She's
upper part
scary and all, but
could
it seems like
be
even
the
she has
same,
lines
just
she wouldn't
could
cross.
be, but the
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
bottom part definitely is not.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had
Oh,
things
she's
my
talking
way,
about the
I'd
last
never see her
one.
again. If only Perry were here.
So the mother
understand?
actually killed her, not the
There's that name
Knave.
again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It
The
almost
face
feels
is the
like
same.
she's not
Well,
really
yeah,
here
I think
with
that
us.
they can cut out
Paimon
a few
can't tell if
things
she's
of the
actually
body and
talking to
just
us or if she's
place on the
mistaken us
next
for someone
character.
else.
I mean, it's kind of too easy, and they could have switched the ethos, you know, copying the lines and everything they made, but putting the arms from the, let's say, Alhaitham, because Alhaitham looks buffed up, and you know, Ito has the same arms as the Zhongli has the skinny ones, so it's a little bit strange for him, but they didn't change it in the end, unfortunately. Okay, let's continue. I'm not sure either. She's a spirit. It could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for
Her
a little
month.
longer. She looks so young.
Do you mean
But
mouth,
it seems
not
like she's
month?
been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window.
What?
Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it, and I will see it in the 1.5 year from now.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Oh god. Oh, no, wait a second. The mother
Paimon really
killed
doesn't understand what's going on with
Clervy,
her. Well,
and Arlecchino
said that.
killed
we've
the
got an early
mother.
morning tomorrow.
Right? It was the revenge thing. It was the revenge.
Alright, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
What is it?
Have the Knave and the Doctor ever worked together? Who is the Doctor now?
What makes you ask that?
Aha, the
We
Torre.
kinda ran into Clervy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous. And he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him.
Interesting.
We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
In the in the video that was posted by Hoyoverse before the 4.6.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential.
Yes. I was just talking about that when she mentioned the mother and everything. Just connected the dots.
I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor work together to do something horrible.
The kid is in an animated video and she was the friend of the Arlecchino. And honestly, I think that Arlecchino does know that she's here and that we will actually help Clairvy to move on. And then the Arlecchino is going to attack us because she lost her only true friend. Yes, you can watch the video and get the explanation, yes. Let's focus on the plan for now. Let's not talk about anything else.
She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you
Probably.
to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
Okay.
Alright, let's get to it.
I'm going to teleport. Okay. I mean, we have so many commissions down here, and now you have even quest, and they put the teleport all the way up there. Just how many times I already came down? You can't even count that. It was so many times.
Ah, it's you two again.
It's two of us. Yes.
Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do
maybe.
now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss
the fight
before
animation
I
was
ask any questions?
awesome. Definitely
Although I must
awesome.
profess
I
to
got
be
the
curious.
chills from
Without
the
child here, how do you plan
whole
on
animated
distracting
video.
me?
Us?
Well, it's on point all the time. Okay, the same trouble.
But no, we were just
Kinda long at the moment, but still
Looks like you
on
could have
point
used some
all the
extra
time.
time to think.
Just a little bit
No
too
matter.
long.
If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Like 10
Don't
minutes.
worry. I'll be sure to steer clear
If
of
it
any
was 10
scheming
minutes
children.
shorter for these
should
two
raise
parts
your
of the
nice
quest,
day.
then it would have been just perfect. But like this, it's kinda going a little bit too long, and then you have fight and everything, and we still didn't finish the first part of the troubles. So yeah, it's kinda getting long at this point, you know. We are already more than 1 hour into the stream and into the story, so yeah, kinda long. So you know everything then.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
But why do you have to do it like that?
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
She was. We should release the pigeon that Lini gave us.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up.
Welcome to the
Based on what
stream.
Knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd
Hope
be
you're
anything
doing
good.
well. We are halfway into the story if you joined just now. We really don't have any other options. Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lini and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
And I need to teleport again. Oh god, just how many times will I have to do it?
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy
Having
some
a
pleasant
little problems with
conversation while we
allergies,
wait.
so I have to
I'm glad to see you get along with my children.
take
Being
it.
surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lini, Lynette, and Fremine.
Well, yeah.
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Why?
I mean, you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
I mean, they are,
Don't
but
you care
hey.
about them at all? They really respect
Arlecchino's story quest is boring to you? I mean,
Any
you
organization
could
in
say
which
it
feelings
because
come before principles is one
I
destined
just
for ruin.
told that it
The
is
House of
kind
the
of
Hearth is
those
hardly
two
an exception.
first parts of the
You
quest
could say our
are a little
principles
bit
are more
too long,
stringent than
and
most.
just before the
Perhaps
third
I
part
can
of the
offer you this
quest
consolation at least.
is
As our
still
guests,
about
you
the
two will not be held
first
accountable
problem
along
that
with
we
them.
encountered. It is becoming too long. So yeah, I guess that because of that it could get boring. But I hope that we will get even more information about the Knave now in the third part at least. And she just told us that she will kill absolutely everyone because she thinks that they betrayed her. I don't know how did they betray her. It's kinda stupid. They were talking with the ghost and hiding it, nothing else. I mean, just the child games. I don't know. I don't understand what's betrayal here, and what you said about the boring quest. Well, it is becoming too long because we still didn't get that first problem out of the everything. Bad design. Yeah, I was talking about it when I was pulling for Arlecchino, and I did say they could have done it much better, more, you know, more little things on the outfit. It kinda looks maybe too simple when you look at it. But I don't know. It is okay. Nothing too special, but okay. Yeah, it's dark quest, definitely, and you have a fight. You have weekly boss fight. That's the only reason why this quest in the end is going to be good. I think. There's really no other way to solve this issue. I think there is, but she's not going to be willing to do it.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filion, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
Yeah, because they were scheming something against you, and these ones were just hiding ghosts.
awful.
Okay, she's not going to take Linny, Lynette, and
You seem
Fremine.
concerned.
That's okay.
Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
Well, it's a deal then. We'll hold you onto it. Hoyoverse, not Genshin. They are always just coping from one to another character, so you can't expect that much, you know. Fighting deadly with his own son you adopt, it's kind of dark. Yes,
Of course.
it is.
Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Wow.
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well,
Yeah.
time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Badass. Definitely badass. She just says, you know, we don't have enough time. What I said, I said. The end, it's over, goodbye. And she's just on her way, and she leaves you. It's friendly fight. Time for water. Really?
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only
Okay.
right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I
Proper
may
level
speak plainly,
of
I
respect.
must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
Wait,
I may
did he
inquire as to the
actually
purpose of your
exchange
visit.
the Gnosis
I'll be departing
for
Fontaine
the
shortly.
glass of
There is, however,
water?
an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go.
That's the
It
best
requires a
one.
rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
Fremine kinda serious
Please
at the
review it
moment.
at your leisure,
What do
Monsieur
you mean?
Neuvillette.
And what is happening at the moment?
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way. disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Not really. Kind of. Okay, you have two choices here. It's usually you read both of them and they make sense, one after another, but hey.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however,
Yeah,
few
don't give
among
spoilers.
us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
I mean,
it may have been tainted
they
at one point in time,
both
but
mentioned
not to
it at the beginning of the
I'll make
stream,
sure it's drained of all
so I
impurities
guess
and
I
returned to
remembered
its cleanest
anyways,
form.
and it's not the spoiler anymore when he already said it.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Alright. Let's leave this place and then we get another cutscene. Is she going to tell us that we go back to Poisson and help Lynette and Fremine?
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
Rivers are people.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
Yeah, kinda. The T2 Neuvillette. I can see it being like that, definitely.
Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Yeah, she's not joking about the rules, so I'm sure that she will, you know, react to all the betrayals. Come on, man.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
I wasn't paying attention as well.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow
Eating
anyway.
water like the... Wow,
It's
come
my
on.
fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew.
Well,
I
Naruto,
haven't had many takers today,
I'm
so
more
I'm
like
still
the
swimming in
novelette, you know.
papers.
Only
What's
drinking
going on here?
water, coffee,
Nothing
tea,
much. I just
and
ran into your friend
milk,
here on
and
accident.
that's it. I'm
I
not
should probably
drinking
get going,
absolutely
actually, so-
anything else except those things.
Hold on.
So yeah.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with Mora. It's just, I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Yep.
Well, now that my
See you.
affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Yeah. Let's see.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Boring big story quest.
It appears you two are
It
under the
is too
impression
long.
that
I
delaying our
saw
return
that
will
it is
somehow
2.5
alter the situation in
hours
your
long,
favor.
so yeah.
I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts
Kinda-
are meaningless.
Kinda too
That being
long,
said,
but hey.
I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
Although if it
If you
is
agree to
5
my
parts, then
request,
it's okay.
I'll even answer some of your questions.
I
You're quite
did talk
curious
about
Clairvy, are you not?
how long parts
my
should be,
relationship
and
to her.
I said that if it
Wait,
is half an hour
why are
per
you being so
one part
generous all
of
of
the
a
quest,
sudden?
then it's okay. If it
You're
is
not gonna ask us
longer,
to do something bad, are you?
then they should,
You
you know, cut
overestimate
it out.
yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition, let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay. Sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
We accept your
Then
condition.
we have a deal. Follow me.
Let's go. Let's get back to Poisson. Okay, 3rd part of the quest finished. Well, it was a little bit shorter, so it is fine. It is fine. Now, what did you say about... Oh, giving her back. Yeah. I get it. Anyways, Naruto, the way you will play Arlecchino, you will use her skill, then you will go whoever you have in the team, use skill and burst on absolutely everyone, and then you are getting back to the Arlecchino using charge attack to collect the bond of life, and then just smashing the normal attack until you get all of your bond of life on the Arlecchino is depleted, almost all of it, and then you will have your skill back. If you lost your HP, you will use burst, and after burst you will use skill again. Then switching back to absolutely every single character, using skill and burst on absolutely everyone, and then coming back to Arlecchino, charge attack, and just smashing normal attack until you deplete bond of life, or at least you think that it is enough. Highest damage with Arlecchino, 56k at the moment, but my build is just disgusting because, okay, I switched this artifact, so I have good goblet, But this is so depressing. I didn't even want to go to the level 20 on the artifacts. It's just so bad. So yeah. When am I going to use her in the Spiral Abyss? I have, look at this. I have 31 book. Today and tomorrow I will collect the materials from her weekly boss, okay? I will get the materials and probably get to the level 8 of the, you know, normal attack. 7, 8, no, probably level 9 if I'm lucky and I get today and tomorrow. If I'm lucky enough, I will get 3 materials and I have even crown on the normal attack. That's going to be perfect. If nothing else, 966, and Monday I'm going to collect the rest of the materials from the boss that I need. So we can even do it next week, okay? We can even do it next week. So Spiral Abyss, just checking out Arlecchino, we can do it next week. Four days for this Spiral Abyss. Well, I finished it, so it doesn't really matter. So the domain is going to be up here. I mean, this should be... Yeah, this should be the new place for the weekly boss, correct? Tell me that I'm not wrong. Or tell me that I am wrong. I don't know.
Place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone.
We know what it is from the animated video that Hoyoverse
This place does
published.
have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Yes.
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy.
She did kill her.
And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Wait, not why. How? Was it in the animated that she did that? I don't even remember.
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Yes.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth.
Crucibina.
From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the Knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all.
Ooh.
It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Ooh.
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process.
Yes, when you mentioned the sword, now I remember.
The ones that
Yes,
emerged
yes,
with
yes, yes,
permanent
thank you.
injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions.
Oh,
Nothing more
God.
than tools to be used and then discarded.
So So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince
the
her
best
to stop
friend.
what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course,
Illusion of happiness, come on.
Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruware.
Perry?
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Oh.
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against
Furina and Arlecchino already met in the Archon quest,
While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make
she's
it
so
until
scared
the
of
end. Despite their
Arlecchino.
differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruware would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruware weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Dying.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruware. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately,
I don't know what you
Clairvy
think.
decided to let Peruware end her life. From that moment on, Peruware's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the very top.
Kusabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was
Okay, we
right
know
or
now
wrong
that
ceased
this
to
is
matter.
the true
It's
name
one
of the
principles of
Arlecchino.
house. Only those who
Peruware.
survive get to write the rules. Peruware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This was your story just as much as Clairvy's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Kusabina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a
And
new
what do you mean
identity.
about all those fights?
Not only as Arlecchino,
I don't get it. Still,
but as
I don't get
father.
it.
And that
What did you notice
is where the
about all of
story
that?
ends.
The
Any more
Clairvy we
questions?
met though, who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way.
How do you mean?
Clairvy
He
is
started
someone trapped
without
in
him
time.
and then
It may
he
seem
involved
like she
him.
exists with us in the present,
Where
she
did
truly
he
lives in the
involve
confines of her
him?
own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Yes.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives.
Oh, nice.
Other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But
Oh.
no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate
Furina,
so
bring
much as
it
a
on.
single speck of ash
Yes.
will be left behind this time.
Definitely.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Yeah, he's getting into absolutely every fight.
She's her 6-year-old self. She's still your friend. At least talk to her first.
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Oh?
Is this really what you want to do?
Finally!
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
Why are you looking forward to it? Clarvey.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time.
Time for fight.
I still failed.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clarvey.
Perry!
Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Oh.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
And boom.
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clarvey. You were using all those things Clarvey brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
Yeah, you don't need to worry. I have C6 Novelette. It's going to be fine. I'm
You're
ready.
our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial.
Okay.
A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness.
Oh,
even if it
solo
cost me my
traveler.
life. But
Well...
rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. And we should own up to it. We broke the rules. Plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Faults. I'm sorry, Father.
No reaction.
Accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father.
Also true.
Please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Linny is
Father,
on
please.
point, definitely.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Weapons?
Yes.
Are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny. Did you hear that, Traveler?
Yes.
Lenny and the others have to duel the Knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If
Maybe.
they lose, those people from the house are really going to be executed. Hey, are you listening?
It's not what she wants.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. sorrow causes you to waver.
She's just angry.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I'd like to see for myself what the Fort of the Fatui Harbinger can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the Knave?
Yes. If that's
I'll allow
okay.
it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Let's go. Oh! You see, I'm using my team. I mean, I have my team. Oh, he didn't get the first. Never mind.
The mighty be humbled.
Anyways.
Closer now. Now that's more like it.
And voila!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Bow your head.
Have a taste of purgatory.
The wind knows me.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Hang in there.
This is such amazing animation. Oh god. Yeah,
Solidify.
you had to do it.
Settle down. Tides beckon.
So, just tell me how many times do I need to defeat her?
Suntown is only the beginning.
Silence.
Wow, I even got the...
Stabilize.
Oh. That was so close.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Oh god. This is such a badass animation.
made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Oh.
A crimson moon?
I got the chills!
I can't move.
Wow. She really is something else.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
And what will exactly happen now?
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Oh wow.
Brother, are you alright?
Linny. Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution.
What?
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Testing her
Wonderful.
kids.
Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization.
Oh.
In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Okay.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Well, yeah. Why
You
not?
misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore.
In
I'm sorry,
fear?
Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Lini, the
course.
next king.
I'll
Nah.
remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Out of those
Yes,
three, Lini is the most powerful
Chaplot,
one, but hey.
Fonts, Elwar, take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Oh. This is the quest like the ending the House of Heart. I mean everything that the person before her was building and she just continued building.
Let's go.
Wow. Am I going to fight her again and this time defeat her?
Grab my arm, Lenny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
And Clairvy is going to help me. Correct? No.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Oh, jeez, that's speechless.
Well, how to say it? How to say it differently? You died. If this really is Clairvy's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough lies. Yes, that's correct. She had it enough.
Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus,
nice.
I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she?
Yep.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you,
Yeah, it's
I knew
such a
you'd
long
be able
quest.
to do what I couldn't.
Is that so?
But it does have
Even now,
4
I'm not sure I
parts.
truly understand what kind of
So
freedom
2
you were
hours
trying to
is
pursue.
fine.
But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
Yeah,
That's more than enough.
that's true.
That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears out for 3 days straight.
More.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I asked Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day. Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Yes.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Ito.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Yeah, it is.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on,
Detective
tell me.
Paimon.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
She listened to the story, yes.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Yeah. The sun has risen.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Yes.
I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel.
Well, that's
Take care of
really
yourself.
nice.
Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Paimon's pocket. Yeah, she's getting all the random stuff all the time. This is such a nice scene.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
Yep.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas.
Well,
of what
yeah,
it
that
means to be a
was
family,
for testing.
But you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is
Definitely
strength.
just test.
For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
Nice.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would
Okay,
never
when
have
is the
succeeded in
final
killing my
battle? Is
predecessor.
there one more
Back
battle? and unlocking the weekly boss.
Between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me,
Next
Father.
stream,
And that kindness must be repaid.
when I get
Plus,
the
with Project
artifacts
Stooja at
for
hand,
the
there are many
Arlecchino,
dangers ahead.
I mean
And
at
I, for
least
one, don't
solid
intend to back
ones,
down.
so we can check
Protecting
out
my
the
family at all
Abyss,
costs.
and how
That's
good she
my
is in
conviction.
the Abyss.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stooja, you need not be too
And that
concerned.
cool, I
If those
thought that
cowardly
I will
businessmen
take
and
her
heartless
down.
dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter.
Coming in 4 days,
No
well,
demonstration of loyalty shall go
that is the
unrewarded,
way
and
that
no
we will plan out
sacrifice
the
shall be in
stream,
vain.
okay, in 4
As for the two
days.
of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
Now we are going to
No matter
get the
how arduous the
materials
journey
from the
ahead,
weekly boss,
I hope we both
and
reach our
then we are
desired
ending the
destination.
stream. Wait until 2 days. Oh, come on. I would hope that they make it like when you do a double click, then the time just, you know, goes much faster, because this is slow. This is so slow.
Didn't Lenny say that?
Oops. Oh, I cancelled the Paimon talk. I mean, we are saved from the Paimon talk, but we could have actually listened to it in the end. Is this the last scene?
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There's no need to worry, I'm right as rain.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
Oh,
And I wanted to ask, is Claire V gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
other members. Didn't she use it on absolutely everyone? We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight. Her wish has been fulfilled.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former Knave?
Oh.
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
Well, that is
what
true.
Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be
Yeah,
giving
he
her
knows
too much credit.
much.
If Father hadn't
Because he
taken
was the
over
first
House of
one
the
to
Hearth,
join.
I probably would have already...
Don't think about that. She saved you in the end.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But
True,
even
true.
if we didn't owe her
That's
anything,
fair. That's
we
fair.
would still choose to stay. Because
But it's
this
only
is our
fair
home.
that you
we
get
may
that,
have arguments or times
you know,
when
she
we
saved
feel
you
wronged.
and
Some people
you get
may
that much
even
back
choose
to
leave.
her.
But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
She's not bad
Philio
at
and
all.
Roy okay?
She's actually a good person, but
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning.
you know, she's
They didn't
aggressive
recognize
and
From what I could tell, they were drinking
I don't know
coffee
how to
and
put
talking
it.
about one of the operas that started running recently. They
It's been a long
seemed
quest.
happy.
I had to stretch a
If I
little
had
bit.
to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always
Yeah,
wished.
kind heart. Maybe I was looking for something like that. Yup. We are done. This was perfect timing. When I switched to the character, I just got the animation. Okay, anyways, we have a new weekly boss. And we are going to fight with the Arlecchino. Now, we are going to... Really? You did it like that? I mean, that's not bad. I thought that it's going to be in the middle of this arena. But fine. We are going to do it like this, and then we are going to try to take her down with Arlecchino, but I think that my Arlecchino is still not strong enough for anything, so if it is not going good enough, we are just going to, you know, we are just going to give up. But with Novelette, it's going to be too easy.
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Not enough courage to be
With these
afraid.
rising flames!
There's a tear in my
Now
robe.
that's more like it.
She cancelled.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
This is so cool. She even
With the
cancelled
fall of darkness, destruction shall
the
rise.
Novellettes.
Have a taste of purgatory.
I thought that nothing can cancel the Novellette's
Is it
charge
my
attack.
turn now? Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Okay. We are going to skip it, we just saw it, but it's such a good animation.
My blade is all that remains.
Okay.
As one with wind and cloud.
Written in the stars. My reckoning.
Okay, definitely much harder than in the story. Much harder than in the story. Wow. Not bad, not bad. Definitely not bad. We got only 2. Well, we had no luck. I don't have any luck with the, you know, with the stupid materials from the weekly bosses. I don't have any luck with that. Okay, we are going to upgrade this one and this one. Not bad, not bad. And tomorrow she is 90 out of 90. We will get as much materials as we can possibly farm from the domain, because I'm working tomorrow in the morning, so I'm not going to be that late in the night, so we will see just how many will I get. And we now saw how strong Arlecchino is, so I think that we have no chance with my Arlecchino. Even with Zhongli, I still believe that we don't have enough chance to beat her, so we will wait a little bit until I get better artifacts, because at the moment, as you saw the artifacts a little bit earlier, well, they are terrible, absolutely terrible. So yeah, that is absolutely everything from this stream. We got materials, we upgraded Arlecchino, we finished her story. Her boss is kinda hard. She even interrupted charge attack from the Neuvillette, although I not only have C1, I have C6, yes, but she interrupted even that attack. So yeah, that is incredible. Anyways, that's everything for today. I will see you in this Pearl Abyss video, not video, the stream. We will have it, I don't know, at the end of the next week probably. I'm not 100% sure when, but hey. No chance against Raiden. With Raiden and Zhongli. Well, yeah, she doesn't have that much HP, but her attack is devastating. She could possibly one-shot someone with 20k HP, so yeah. Anyways, that's the end of today's stream. I will see you in the next one, probably at the end of the next week. We will see. We will have Spiral Abyss. I hope that I will get the materials to even upgrade her more than she is now, and that I will have, guess what, better artifacts, so that we can see a little bit higher damage from my Arlecchino in the Spiral Abyss in 4.6 in few days. So see you soon. We will also have the event stream, so yeah, see you soon in the both of those, because they are probably going to be a difference of the few days. So yeah, have a nice day, see you soon.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.